What's up, guys? This is Matt here with Tanks Lawn Maintenance. It is currently 7:36 a.m. Friday morning, November the 15th, 2024, year of our Lord, and the sky looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. It is soaking wet outside. I mean, soaking wet. Boy, we had some rain yesterday and the night before, and it didn't quit till a little past midnight last night. But it's all good, man. There's no mowing getting done today, no maintenance. I've got one install to do. It'd probably take me 3 hours at the most. That's if things don't go accordingly. It'll take 3 hours. But yeah, man, I've got 6 large petalums I got to plant, and then 11 rolls of pine straw. Yeah, 11 rolls of pine straw to put out with it. And like I said yesterday, man, the guy doesn't really care for pine straw, but he's having some hardscapes installed. A buddy of mine is doing it, and he said he doesn't want to put mulch in until the hardscape is installed. And the hardscape, my buddy's going to start on that next week. He's putting in some concrete curbing. It's actually not a buddy of mine. It's a buddy of mine that I subbed it out to, and he's actually subbing it out to a guy that he knows. My buddy used to do it. He sold the equipment to his friend, and his friend makes the money off of it. Or his friend does it, my buddy makes a little bit off of it, and then I make a little bit off of it. And which I don't make much off of it, man. I don't expect to make much. I'm not looking to make any money off of it, but he did say I'll give you a little kickback for it. So hey, if it's only $20, man, I'm good with it. I'm not out here doing anything, you know. I didn't quote it, I didn't do any of that. So, but anyway, got that going on today, and I've got to wait till I'll probably leave out of here about 8:30. My supplier don't open till 9 o'clock, so I gotta wait for him to open up to get the stuff, and then I'm headed straight up there to Appleton to get it done, and then I've got to run some errands. But anyways, man, I did that quote yesterday I told y'all about. It wound up being $647.61 a month, and you do the math, guys. It's 2.5. It would take me 2.5 hours per service for everything he's wanting done. I mean, he's wanting all kinds of stuff done. All kinds of stuff. And I would definitely have to have help. It would take 2 people 2.5 hours every time we showed up. And he's wanting bi-weekly from March to October, and then monthly from October through February. And that equals up to be 22 services. So what I did is I took 2.5 and multiplied it by 140. My hourly rate is $70 per man hour, and then it would take 2 men 2.5 hours. So 2.5 times 140, the hourly rate. Got that. I don't remember right off the top of my head what that is, but got that, and then multiplied that by 22, which is whatever it is, and then divided that by 12, which came out to be the monthly payment. And I don't think he understands what it's going to be. When I was talking to the man, he told me what he wanted. He told me how he wanted to set up payment and all that good stuff, and I was fine with all of that. And he also told me, he said, everybody that's came out here, it's taking them 2 to 3 hours every time they showed up, no matter how many people they've had out here. I said, yeah. I said, I could see that. I said, it would take me and a helper about 2.5 hours for everything you're wanting. And no matter what time of year it is, it would take about 2.5 hours. And I did tell him, I said, it's not going to be cheap. I said, it's going to be an expensive service. And he said, hey, that's fine. I'm fine with paying a little extra as long as you show up when you say you're going to show up, and as long as you do what you say you're going to do. And I said, okay. I told him, I said, I got some errands to run, and as soon as I get back to the house, I will sit down and crunch the numbers, and I will send you the quote. And he said, sounds good to me, Tank. So I sent it over to him probably about 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and it was about 9 o'clock. He texted me back and said he thought that the $641.47 or whatever, I can't remember exactly what the price is. It's $640 something, okay? And he thought that was going to be overall for the entire year. No, sir, not even close. And he said, okay, so it would end up being what, 57 something per service, right? And I said, or no, it's 57 something per month, right? And I said, no, sir, not even close. I said the $640 something is the monthly payment. That is the monthly payment. And he texted me back about 1 o'clock this morning and woke me up. I wasn't happy about that. I should have turned my phone off, but I don't like getting texts that late at night. And I wish he would have just emailed me. But he texted me back about 1 o'clock this morning, and he said, so $641 and something, well, I think it's $641.67 for 22 services. Please let me know what the monthly payment would be. And I texted him back. I said, that is the monthly payment. I said $641.47 is the monthly payment. That's how much you pay on the same day every month for us to show up 22 times each year. No reply. And I don't understand. I mean, am I wording it wrong? The way I said it was $641.47 per month over a 12-month period. And I don't understand what's hard to say about that, or what's hard to understand about that. But I'm thinking that because it's such a high price, that he is thinking that that's how much it would be overall per year, and he's hoping that I'm only saying it's like $50 something per service. No, that's not even close to what I'm saying. It's going to be $300 something per service. But anyway, I mean, nothing against the man, but if he texts me back, I'm going to call him, and I'm gonna explain it to him. And it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I charge per hour for everything I do. If I have to add materials in there with it, I will. You know, whether it be weed barrier or plants or pine straw mulch, whatever it may be. If I have to add price for materials, I will. But my labor, I charge per hour for my labor. And when you're doing lawn maintenance, that's pretty much all you're charging for is your labor. And now you have to include gas and all that in there with it. There's a lot of things that come out of that labor charge, but you have to charge per hour for your labor. You have to get paid for your time. And I don't know what he's expecting, and I'm not sitting here bashing the guy because I really don't know what he's expecting. And I don't know what his last people charged him, but I'm definitely not showing up for less than $641 a month. That's not happening. But I'm sure the guy's just confused. He's probably never had anybody give him a real price, and I'm assuming that because I'm assuming that because he told me yesterday that he's had 6 landscapers in the past 3 years, and every last one of them have just quit showing up, and he didn't understand why. They would no call, no show, and that's why he called me. And he told me that every time he gets a landscaper, he gets somebody through word of mouth, whether it be his neighbors recommend somebody, or a friend of his, or a family member, or whatever it may be. And that's how he finds a landscaper. And he said he's just tired of doing that. He said he wants to find a legitimate company and so he got on Google, and he saw I had good reviews. He saw I had a website and everything else, and he saw where it said that I'm a licensed and insured company. And so he decided to go with a legitimate landscaper this time. Now, like I said, I don't know what the last people were charging him, but you can bet that they're not charging him as much as a legitimate company would charge him. Just because of the simple fact, there are some clues that he gave me that lets me know that he's either hard to deal with, or B, the last companies just weren't charging enough. Because the simple fact of the matter is, whether you like doing the job or not, if this is how you make your living, you're going to show up and you're going to do the job as long as you're getting paid accordingly to do the job. That's the way it works. So, I don't know what's going on, but I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to get this customer, and I'm fine with it because it's a lot. I'm going to have help to do it, and like I said, it's 2.5 hours. It's going to take 2 people 2.5 hours every time we show up, and I really don't want to take. I will right now, but once I start getting to a certain point, properties like that will come off of the schedule because it takes up too much space in the schedule for other more profitable customers. But anyway, guys, leave me your thoughts on that. And moving forward this year, I had a conversation with Buster Davis yesterday down at New Hope Cuts, and I was telling him, I said I wasn't going to bag anymore, but some things have happened over the past couple of months. And for one, everybody around, every landscaper around here that's worth their salt, you see them riding around with the walker on their truck, and I don't know what they're charging people starting out to cut grass and bag grass, but the past 2 months I've missed out on a lot of opportunities just because of the simple fact I don't bag. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. I'm talking about well over half of the customers that I've quoted have not taken me on because of the simple fact that I don't bag. And if I'd have gained all these customers, I would definitely have enough to pay for that walker within a year. But also the thing is, I don't typically do leaf cleanups. I maybe do 1 or 2 a year, and when I do those 1 or 2 a year, those jobs typically run somewhere between $1,000 and $2,000 per service because of the amount of leaves it is. And so I typically don't do leaf removal. But here lately, people have been calling me, and I have been doing leaf removal. And people have been calling me, and I'm doing probably, 5 or 6 leaf removals per day, as well as mulching leaves. And my rate starts at $300 for leaf removal, and here lately I've been doing 5 or 6 a day, and other than the days that it rains, and you do the math, guys, that's a lot of money. So I think I am going to get into leaf removal. For the life of me, I can't understand why people want the leaves removed from their property when all you simply just mulch them up and they disappear. I mean, they turn into dust. They turn into dust, and you can't even tell there was leaves on the property if you have somebody that knows what they're doing. And that's all I've ever done. Well, here lately, people have been wanting me to do leaf removals, and I've been making some good money off of it. So I don't like doing leaf removal. I just don't like I don't like dealing with having a whole bunch of extra baggage on the trailer and in the back of the truck. I don't like toting around leaves. I don't like toting around grass clippings and things like that. But another thing that is factored in is my dump. The other day when I reached out to them, because they've gone up every year, and haven't gone up much. It's only been like $2 or $3 a year that they've gone up. But they went here recently. They went from $28 a ton to $11 a ton. And when I asked them why, they said they figured out a new way to make organic material decompose quicker. So it's opening their dump, and they're collecting more waste. And I don't think I would have lowered my price, but it is what it is. I mean, that's the way they want to run their business, and I'm not mad at them for it. So with that being said, the dump fee is cut in half, and I'll probably have to go to the dump twice a day if I do. Well, it ain't gonna be twice a day. It'll be once a day if I do start collecting grass clippings. And I have been going to the dump twice a day to dump leaves, but and it hasn't really put a dent in anything. So I think I am going to get into the grass collection system and the leaf removal system and just offer those as services. And but before I do buy something like that, I'm going to talk to some of my buddies that do this for a living that also bag grass clippings. I'm going to find out how much their starting point is to bag properties. And you know, I feel like starting out it's going to be somewhere around 85 to 90 bucks per property to bag. I don't know that for sure without sitting down and crunching the numbers, but I feel like it's going to be somewhere between $85 and $90 a yard. And but I'm going to find out what they're charging, because I do want to remain within the market. I don't want to price myself out. I don't want to buy a $20,000 machine and then price myself out and then have a very expensive machine just sitting in the garage collecting dust. So, but in order to be able to bag grass clippings for me the way I want to do it, for one, I would have to buy a walker or something equivalent, like the Toro machine. I think it's a Rambler or Renegade or something. I'm not sure what it is, but I'd have to buy something like that. I would have to buy a dump bed insert, and I would also have to buy a long bed trailer or a long bed truck. It ain't got to be brand new. It can be used, you know, something I can get for less than 20 grand, hopefully. But also another thing that I would have to do, I'd have to buy another trailer, because the mower would go with me every single day, and I don't have room to haul 3 0-turn mowers on this little 10-foot trailer. So I would definitely have to buy another trailer, probably an 18 or 20-foot enclosed trailer. I don't know yet if it would be enclosed. I might have to start out with something like a 18-foot open trailer, but the other stuff would definitely have to happen. It would have to be a walker with a lift, a high dump on it, where it lifts the hopper up in the air and dumps it straight into the bed of the truck. And then I would also have to buy a dump bed insert. And but yeah, I'm seriously thinking about getting into that. You'd be looking at potentially 40 to 50 grand worth of equipment I would have to buy. And we'll see what happens. But the one thing that has to happen first before any of that happens is I have to get the business. Because if I don't get the business, none of that's going to happen, and I'm just going to keep continuing doing things the way I'm doing it, and everything will be just fine. But after thinking about it and after talking to some people, I do believe that I'd be a fool to let all this stuff slide right on by and not try to collect some of that money. But I think it would be really beneficial to my business. Also, I think it would help out a lot as far as having year-round customers and year-round property maintenance customers and year-round commercial clients as well. But another thing that's probably going to happen this year is I'm most likely going to let the 61-inch mower go. And nothing wrong with the mower. I love the mower. It's a great mower, and it has definitely served its purpose, but it's not making me any money. And over the past several months, I have lost so many customers for various reasons, and some of it's my own fault, but some of it is just other things that I couldn't help. But right now on my client list, I have one customer that is a year-round customer that is getting mowed with a 61, and I have one that is a paper service customer that is getting mowed with a 61. But I only have 2 customers that I'm using the 61 for. Therefore, it is sitting in the garage, not making me any money. And I can't allow that. But so I'm thinking I might as well go ahead and sell it. And it doesn't have many hours on it. I think it's got like 170, 180 hours on it. It doesn't have many at all. It's a very good machine. And it's well maintained. It is a little dirty right now. I need to clean it. But yeah, I'm thinking about selling it. And so if any of you are interested in it, just drop me a comment or DM me, whatever you want to do. And but probably going to go with something like a 48 or a 42 probably a 42 inch. If I go with the stand-on mower, it's probably going to be a 42 inch stand-on. And if I go with a 48, it's probably going to be a walk behind. Just because simple fact, we've got a ton of hills in my area. And the walk behinds, I feel like a walk behind would hug these hills a little better. But if I do get a 42 inch, it'd be a stand-on, and I'd be able to get into a lot more backyards with a bigger mower and it would be a little more efficient than a 36 inch mower. But anyway, guys, that's my plans moving forward. None of this is set in stone, and we all know how plans work, man. They're subject to change on a dime. But as of right now, that's my plans moving forward for the year 2025. We'll see what happens. I'm still going with contracts this coming up year. And my wife and I, we're working on a template to put together we're working to try to have a template put together before January to make things more suitable to us, to where we would be more profitable all year long. But yeah, we're at the end of the year. Ain't much going on. Thanksgiving is literally 2 weeks away, and I'm going to be working my butt off next week. I'm going to work till dark every single day next week, because we're taking the entire week of Thanksgiving off. We're going to go out of town, and we're going to do the same thing for Christmas and New Year's too. We're taking those 2 weeks in a row off, and a lot of people think, you're probably thinking, man, you're crazy taking that kind of time off. You can't do that. Actually, I can, and I'm going to. But we don't take any time off throughout the summer, you know. So we're going to use our time wisely while my wife is out of school for those 3 weeks, and we're going to take the kids out of town. We're going to go out of town, and we're going to be off for those 3 weeks. So the weeks prior to Thanksgiving and Christmas, I'm going to be working tooth and nail to try to get all of my contract customers taken care of before the holiday comes up. That way they can get exactly what they're paying for. But anyway, guys, it's Friday, man. It's a wonderful day. It's going to be a good day. And we got work on the list today, so let's get after it. But look, man, I hope y'all have had an amazing week, and I hope y'all have an even better weekend. And all of you weekend warriors out there, man, I hope y'all get out there and crush it, man. Y'all get out there and grow, grow, grow. But I'm going to hop off here, and until the next one, y'all keep cutting that grass and keep making that money. I'll let y'all. Bye.